From the man who finds out the truth. From the reporter who gets the real story. From the nice guy who loves kitties comes yet another interview of amazing proportions. This is the Wisdom Factor with Mr. Forrest Kelly.
Sock puppets, the most simple yet most amusing form of entertainment for many of our nation's youth. It's hard to imagine a world without sock puppets, seeing how popular it was over the past years. But now the art is in a steady decline, with new forms of 3D entertainment taking over. In the shift of popular culture, many of the most renowned sock puppeteers are now fading into oblivion. This is where our subject comes in. Meet William Bowlegs, possibly the best and most popular sock puppeteer of all time. We decided to catch up with William Bowlegs to see what sock puppeteering and his life was truly about. So Billy, as we all know, you're the most important figure in the world of sock puppeteering. Was there some sort of moment in which you were like, this is what I want to be, a sock puppeteer?
Well, there was no real moment that decided it for me. I mean, when I was young, every student in the class would always be like, when I grow up, I want to be a spaceman, or I want to be a fire truck. And I always knew that I wanted to be a sock puppet man. I mean, ever since the first time I picked up a sock, it was like true love, except so much more.
Well, how long were you a sock puppeteer before you became a household name, William?
Well, there was a time at the beginning when it was nothing more than a hobby for me. I didn't try to get famous with it or anything. I was like 6 at the time, of course. But after I got involved with my local sock puppeteer guild, I started showing real signs of talent. And the guild master there one day, he took me over to the side and he said to me, "Boy, I can tell you got the right stuff. One day, you're gonna make it big. And when you do, I want you to give me all them stacks of money. So just remember your old guild master Bob." And he was a great guy. But ever since then, I think it was our first performance of the Trial and Death of Socrates when we really took off. And ever since then, it's been just history.
Yes, and that play received the high praises of many celebrities. Who have you met over your rather long and arduous career?
Oh, wow, I don't even remember all those celebrities, man. There were a lot of them. But I have to say, the highlight of my career, working with Morgan Freeman, man. We did a remake of The Shawshank Redemption, and he actually did all of the voiceover work. That was a very special time.
I'm free! I'm free! I'm free! Woo! And Andy Dufresne crawled through 400 yards of poop that night. That's nearly half a mile of raw sewage.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite show. There were a lot of celebrities that wanted me to work with them back then, but I can't for the life of me remember. Of course, I was very impaired at the time, so that would have something to do with it.
And impaired he was. At the peak of his career, when he was making over $10 billion a show, he had a very bad problem with caning. Caning was a practice of taking a South African toad and licking the sweat off to get high. He spent all of his money on toads and socks, and soon enough, his habit could not be kept up.
And that's when it got bad. Before a show at the Sydney Opera House, I remember I licked 3 toads, which is lethal for most people.
I got out on stage, and not only had I forgotten the sheets with the lines on them, I also forgot the socks. Now, I didn't want to go back and make myself look like an idiot, so instead I took off my socks, drew quick little faces on them, and did a reenactment of what was going on in my head. I was hoping I could be like Santana and pull it off like he did at Woodstock, but that wasn't working out too well. I lost my money, my self-respect, my freedom, everything.
And after I got out of jail, sock puppeteering seemed to be a thing of the past. The whole world changed. Everyone seemed to suddenly realize that, wow, sock puppeteering is really stupid. While sitting there watching a guy tripping balls and trying to explain what was going on in his head via sock puppets. Not only did I shatter my own career, but I corrupted my relationships with friends, co-workers, colleagues, family. I had nothing left. Nothing left.
I bet that must have been hard for you.
That might be putting it a little lightly. Ever since I left prison, I don't think there was a single day where I haven't had a dirty sock thrown at me. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect in the sock puppeteer community, and it happens all the time.
How'd you even get in here? Lousy kids! Guildmaster Bob sent me this!
I cry myself to sleep quite often and then wake up crying from horrible nightmares about dirty sock monsters.
Well, what have you been doing to keep your mind off this cruel and harsh world of puppeteering? Surely you must have been keeping yourself busy doing something.
Cruel world? What cruel world? The world of sock puppetry may be hard at times, but there is no truer art form in all of the world. I've actually been amassing my sock collection of late, and am planning to do a few more serious pieces to bring back the true art form that is sock puppetry.
And in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience, too awful to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend, my heels are at your commandment. I will run! Woo!
Something that is very widespread in today's society is how easy it is to be a sock puppeteer. Is it really as easy as people say it is?
That is actually one of the biggest misconceptions of the modern day. If you want, I can show you my practice area.
Billy then showed me his practice area, where he explained the many parts of a working sock puppet set. He then asked me to do a scene from his latest work, which I tried unsuccessfully.
Hey kids, I'm a merchant of Venice. I'm one of many merchants in Venice. There's far more than one.
What are you talking about? Those are not the right lines! Ugh! Are you born yesterday, you idiot? You don't know anything of the art of sock puppetry. You should be ashamed of yourself. They would kick me off the stage if I mispronounced words that way. How dare you, boy!
I didn't really see how you had to be so hard on me. I mean, it's just puppets.
Well, that's just the world of sock puppetry. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You slip up just once, and that's when they get you.
That wasn't for real. I was just messing around and stuff, you know? It was just a little fun.
Just goes to show you how intense the world of sock puppetry is. Normal people don't understand.
Well, forget it. I quit. I'm out of here.
Serves you right, you sock muncher.
I'm gonna sock you in the face.
Whoa, what are you doing? Oh no, that is no way to use that!
Guys, stop. Fine, I'm taking this wine.
What?
Well, Billy Bowlegs had quite an interesting life, rising to power in the sock puppetry world, but then crashing into the ground and taking the whole sock puppetry world with him. Will he ever regain a status of once prominent artist? Artist, my ass. In a relatively unknown field to today's masses? Probably not, since he's a big jerk. But now you have more wisdom about sock puppetry and that jerk butt. This has been a wisdom report from Buckminster Forest Kelly.